What's up, everyone? Welcome to tonight's feature presentation here on the SAGU Sports Network and SAGU Esports of Rocket League. I'm James Lex. I'm flying solo tonight, and we got an exciting game coming up for you. Louisiana Tech Black and the SAGU Lions coming your way in just a few minutes. The players are in the lobbies right now. They're just getting connected, and then we're going to get started. First, let's talk a little bit about Rocket League. If you've never seen a Rocket League match, it's basically soccer with cars. It's a very unique game. Each player gets control of a rocket-powered car, and the job is to hit the ball into the other team's goal. You have 5 minutes, and whoever scores the most goals in 5 minutes wins. And if you're tied, you just go to overtime, and the first goal wins. Tonight, SAGU will be playing against LA Tech, and best of 7. So they'll play this 5-minute game, and whoever is the first of 4 wins the match. Now, there are some differences. Now, even though it's soccer with cars, it's a little bit different than soccer. So one of the big differences is that there are no referees, no penalties, and no offside. So if you've seen soccer, there's none of that. Now, there's also no handball because they are cars, and so you can hit the ball any which way with your car and send that ball into the net. Now, there is a ceiling in Rocket League, so the ball is confined to the field, and you can't hit the ball out of the playing field. Everything is in play, so it makes the game move very, very quickly. Now, let's talk about some of the ways these cars move. Now, some of it is a lot like the cars you and I drive. I drive a Honda Civic, and there's even one in the game, and you can drive the car forward and back. You have gas, you have brake, you have reverse. You can even drift a little bit in Rocket League. You can turn the car left and right. That's pretty standard. What's not standard is there is rockets and rocket boost strapped to the back of every single vehicle in the game. What that means you can do is you can jump, you can flip, and most importantly, you can use that rocket boost that you can use to quickly move around the field or fly. Now, this game, again, today between Louisiana Tech and SAGU, getting underway here in just a couple of minutes. Now, one of the interesting things in Rocket League is that the boost, there's no, it's not like NASCAR where there's like a pit lane. In Rocket League, the ability to fill up rocket boost is inside of the field. You have to drive over these rocket pads, and they will give you rocket boost. So most of them throughout the field are called pills. It's like 12% of your tank, but there are 6 of them, and they fill up your tank to 100% no matter if you're at 0 or anything in between. So you'll see the players tonight. Watch for them. They're going to be going for those corners and getting that tank full so that they can fly in the air and do everything they can to get that goal. Again, just a few moments before your Lions take on Louisiana Tech. Now, there's one interesting thing about Rocket League that is very unique to a lot of games, and that is that there's no damage taken to the car. So no matter what happens to your car, if you can drive your car up the wall, on the ceiling, fall down, it means nothing. Your car is still at 100% peak performance. But if a player is using their boost and they are max speed and they hit your car, you are what's called demoed. You are pulled from the game for 2-3 seconds, and that is very important strategically. So tonight you might see, if there's like a 2-on-1 situation, you might see one car go to demo the goalkeeper while the other one takes the ball in the net. So keep an eye on that. All right, we're getting even closer now. They are in the lobby, I'm being told, and we're going to go to the game any moment now. We have talked about a little bit of SAGU LA Tech. They are competing in what's called the ECAC. ECAC sponsor these collegiate competitions, tournaments for 15 different game titles. You're talking about 200 schools competing in here, and here are 2 of them. So, and it looks like we are live in the game now, so we're going to just head right in there. As we are in here in game number 1, SAGU in the blue, LA Tech in the orange. Now you'll see here, you're going to see what are called rotations between these teams. So you're going to see Crazy Kyle right now. He's on the attack. He's got Watto down low, and Watto tried to go for that right there to punch it in. Now, one thing that's different in Rocket League than traditional soccer is that the players will rotate from the back of the field to get some more boost, and they just keep rotating. Whereas traditional soccer, you usually stay in your line, slowly move up and down. You can see Crazy Kyle's moving up right here, trying to get something in the air for Hood to punch in. And so right here, Watto, you can see him, he's having to retreat. He's having to play some shadow defense right here. And he's just trying to keep that ball from getting right in front of the net, and a big save right there from Hood to keep LA Tech, keep this a no-score game. See SAGU trying to establish, against SAGU in the blue, they're trying to establish their offensive game plan as that one dangerously travels across the front of the net. And you can see a demo right there from Crazy Kyle to end the offensive attack here, disrupt it for LA Tech. That's a miss right there. It's going in the corner, and Watto takes advantage, puts it towards the net. Now here comes Hood. And they are just relentless, and finally LA Tech able to clear it, but a miss by Watto. That's going to get in front of the net, and oh, a bigger miss from LA Tech. And Crazy Kyle comes here on the counterattack. Once again, another demo. We might see a lot of demos this match. These teams clearly have that in their scouting report. And Watto's going to draw the first goal of this match here with just over 2 minutes into this game. Great pass to him in the middle, and he is going to put that away 9 times out of 10. And there's a completely open backside of the field right there for Crazy Kyle. He almost can't believe it, but he was a little bit lower on boost than he would have liked. As Hood's going to have a really good look here at a shot if he can get there in time, and he can't, but he gets the demo. Should still be an offensive attack here for the Lions, as instead Team Black from LA Tech is going to get a couple more cracks here at the net. Yeah, LA Tech, you can see they're really working to find how they're going to offensively attack the Lions here. It's a bit of a dangerous pass across the net, but yeah, you see they're starting to go for these midfield shots. They're just working to get something towards the net out of trying to get maybe a little creative. Creativity is a big component here in Rocket League. You do the same thing every time. Ooh, I almost missed that. As Hood gets a great shot on the net, just a little high off the crossbar. SAGU has to quickly get back on defense. And that's a completely open net. What a miss. And LA Tech is going to drop in the equalizer. Uh-oh, there was a connection error. That's not good. Yeah, that's going to be the equalizer at 1:42 left. Yeah, I guess the parties might have been split, but the game's still going on. We'll see how SAGU responds here to that goal they've given up here in the... Still a fair amount of the game left to go here. Almost sense that the momentum is moving into the favor of LA Tech. They're starting to find... they're starting to capitalize on some of the misses by SAGU. Just the slightest mistouch. They're finding a way to get the ball moving in the right direction for them. That's going to be a deep shot if Hood is going to be a little late to get there, but overall not a much better position for the Lions than being backed up against their own net. Here comes Watto, trying to get something going here for the Lions, as they are, again, the second half of this game, you really can tell that LA Tech has found something. And again, Easter getting in the way of Crazy Kyle. Crazy Kyle, he's going to dribble this right into the goal for a 2-1 lead with 20 seconds left. Oh, what a clutch hit by Crazy Kyle. And a huge demo right there on the right by Watto that completely emptied the net for what a great position for Kyle. All he had to do was just follow it right in. We'll see what Louisiana Tech can do here with a few short seconds. They're going to have to make this count, and right now SAGU's doing a good job of just killing the clock, hitting the ball up in the air. And see Hood, he's just touching it, just trying to keep it in the air right now. As soon as the ball touches the ground, that's game number 1. Goes to your SAGU Lions. Crazy Kyle coming away with the MVP on that one. Man, what an incredible game by SAGU. That's exactly what you want coming into this match. Now, both teams are coming in this match undefeated, and SAGU's hopefully looking to make this a winning streak to start the spring season here. It's a confident win, too. You know, they started off strong. About halfway through, you could tell Louisiana Tech made some adjustments, but great offensive play by Watto to get that demo and just leave the net wide open for Kyle. And you can see on there, Kyle, he's on the top left of your screen. He is feeling good right now. It's exactly the game he wanted. As you can see some of the stats right there. Wow. 7 shots by SAGU, only 1 by Louisiana Tech. And they made that shot count, but that imbalance of just the offensive attack is really going to play well in the favor of SAGU as this game goes on. You know, it's a game of attrition, so you know whoever's going to get the most shots is likely going to get the most goals. It doesn't always work that way. It does depend on the quality of those shots you're putting on net. And SAGU did a great job keeping Louisiana Tech from a lot of really good shots. They did a good job just rotating and making sure someone's there. But for the most part, SAGU getting the upper hand. All right, we're on to game number 2. That's a kickoff right here. Ooh, dangerous situation for the Lions. But Kyle's able to recover. Now this SAGU team, they are composed entirely of players at the grand champion level or higher, which is top 4% of players in the game. Louisiana Tech, we got a couple of grand champs on their end too, so the double tap by Easter barely misses off the crossbar. Oh, what a break for the Lions right there. As you can tell, even in this game, even though SAGU got game 1, you're starting to see some of the confidence build here for Louisiana Tech. As they get a nice deflection there by SAGU, a little bit lucky to keep this a no-score game. But I like what I'm seeing out of Louisiana Tech. Crazy Kyle's going to go for something off the backboard, but easily cleared away by Louisiana Tech. As you have a shot on goal there by Style Points. And they're still bringing the attack. Easter's going to go up and punch that right in. Give Team Black the 1-0 lead here in game number 2. Yeah, a bit of a desperation attempt defensively by the Lions. Not good enough. And now SAGU, they're going to have to be on the defensive right here because you know, they'd like to go up 2-0 here in the series and make this ideally as short as possible. Hoodrat going up to... Oh, and a miss. Hoodrat was going up to defend that. He's going to move to the offensive side on the counterattack. You're seeing Louisiana Tech. They're doing a great job of controlling the ball at the midfield. They're like right here, SAGU, they're sending this ball deep, and immediately there are 2 Louisiana Tech players. A demo's going to help. Crazy Kyle's going to send a pass, but no one's moving there across the field for the Lions. Here comes Crazy Kyle. He's wide left. Watto's going to fight a little bit, and there's SAGU. Now SAGU's stepping up. They're identified that. Now they're working to keep that middle of the field. Just keep the pressure on Clay Tech's back line as they're finally able to clear this out. As you get a shot on goal, Style Points puts it in. Oh, what a great pass right there. It's completely set up by that pass from Neely, and that's go ahead and give the Season 9 Grand Champion another goal for LA Tech, as they're now up 2-0. You know, they say in soccer 2-0 is the toughest lead to protect. We're about to see if that's the case here with 2 minutes left in game number 2. It's crazy. Kyle's going to push a pass up to Watto, but just a little bit behind where Kyle was hoping he'd be at. And we're starting this, and Hoodrat's going to get a demo right there. I expect SAGU to get a little more physical here in the closing 90 seconds of the game. They're going to have to do something to kickstart this offense. It's crazy. Kyle down the middle seat, and he misses it, but Watto's there to follow up. Yeah, that's an offensive possession. Could have gone very differently right there. It's going to clear to the left for Neely to push up field. Oh, a huge save by Hood. And he's going to come away with on the offensive side for the counterattack. SAGU cuts the lead in half. Like we said, 2-0 is the toughest lead to protect in this game. And it's just the simple touch from Hood. Now it doesn't try to do too much. Huge play for the Lions. 1 minute, 16 seconds left. Can SAGU make this comeback? Hood has to rotate back to get some boost. A little bit of a miss there by Style Points. Gives Watto, he's trying to pass it up to Hood off the backboard to Kyle. No, Kyle's not coming up the middle of the field. He was hoping he would. There comes Kyle now. Hood's going to just take a shot at the corner of the net, hopefully hoping it'll work. Find its way in, but so far well protected by LA Tech. LA Tech, they're really holding the back line, and a little bit of a miss, but a huge save by Neely to keep LA Tech in this. 30 seconds left. Counterattack. Hood off the backboard for the save. All right, he's going to slow it down here and try to establish some possession, but LA Tech, they're not slowing down at all, and that's going to basically end this one. 3-1. SAGU, they're going to have to get a very quick goal here off the kickoff. Try to keep this close. You know, this game is about playing as quickly as you can on offense, and you're seeing LA Tech just a double fake on the kickoff, hoping to do something. Again, to SAGU, they're hoping to do something creative here. As LA Tech, they're going to put the exclamation point on this one. Yeah, 4-1. And that's not what SAGU was hoping for. Coming off a game where they outshot LA Tech 7-1. How about Team Black? They're really making some really good adjustments. They've dominated the midfield, playing quickly on the offensive side. They're going to come away with the win here in game 2, and it's even right now. It's even. Neely, MVP of that match. Some unbelievable passes, unbelievable saves, and most importantly, 4 assists. What an incredible game. 3 saves, and you can see it flipped right there. 9 shots for LA Tech, only 5 for the Lions, and not what you're looking to see. Neely, I can't begin to describe how impressive of a game that was out of Neely. Huge improvement from game 1. Just kept making pass after pass to Style Points and just made it look so easy. You can also kind of tell a little bit the demos are really disrupting the rhythm of the Lions. We're going to see if they're going to respond here in game number 3, if they're going to work to become a little more physical and get LA Tech out of their movement. But overall, I like where I think SAGU's at a good spot, even though they have been completely, what is it? They were 2-1 the first game, 4-1 here, so they've been outscored 5-3. But still, doesn't matter how many you get scored on and when you're losing, as long as you can bounce back in the next one. So, game number 3 coming your way. Again, I'm going to be looking for SAGU to control the midfield. Not let LA Tech just bring the ball up. Goes these passes off the sidewalls, just not what you're going to want to see if you're the Lions. It looks like we might be in a timeout here. I think SAGU, they want to talk things over and figure out what they can do. While they're getting set for game number 3, let's talk a little bit about the ECAC. So the ECAC in Rocket League, there are 101 teams competing, and they've split this up a little bit. They've got the diamond and lower. So in Rocket League, you have a set of rankings that go from bronze all the way up to what's called Supersonic Legend. And what ECAC has done is they've split it into 2 different divisions. So Division A is Champion, Grand Champion, and Supersonic Legend. That's approximately the top 20% of the players in Rocket League. And then Division B is Diamond and lower. And so we are watching today is a Division A matchup. So that means all the players are going to be ranked Champion or higher. Most players, that means about at least 1,000 hours, maybe 1,500 hours in the game. So there's a lot of time spent training and preparing for these matchups. And so we're gonna. So you've already seen some of the Rocket Leagues, definitely at a Grand Champ level. Now SAGU coming into this game was a 4-2 win versus Boise State Club, which for college football fans, you know Boise State for sure. But huge win for them to start undefeated. They had a great season last year, and they're starting off on the right foot here in the spring. But what's interesting in that Boise State game, 6 games, every game was decided by 1 goal. They were all really close, and even the first one here was a 2-1 win by SAGU. That's their 8th consecutive 1-goal game. So they've been playing a lot of tight games so far. And those players on the Boise State side, they were all Grand Champ 1 or higher. So very tough competition. And SAGU, they're finding ways to win, but it is not by much. They're doing just enough to get by. But a win's a win. And as it stands right now, they're 1-0 and 1-1 here, getting ready for game number 3. Now let's talk about LA Tech. We didn't get to talk too much about this. They're Team Black. Now Louisiana Tech, they have 6 teams in Rocket League. There are no school in the country, as far as I know, has more than them. Last week, 5 of them won their games. So they are. This is interesting right here. I think they're doing a test right now. Yes, they're testing lag right now. So that's interesting because the game where you've got a 2-1 that becomes a 4-1. So they're checking the servers right now. So in Rocket League, it is an online game, and the servers, you can pick the region of the servers. So you might say, I want US West. Since this is Louisiana Tech, it's probably going to be a US West server, but you don't know what that means. US West could be Los Angeles, it could be Seattle. It's kind of a bit of a secret where Rocket League keeps the servers. The company that makes Rocket League, they are Psionics, but they're owned by a little company called Epic Games that makes a game called Fortnite. And Fortnite, they obviously have some of the best engineers in the world when it comes to handling lag and latency. But Rocket League, sometimes, not always what it should be. And I think that's what they're testing right now. Trying to figure out what the issue is, because obviously if you have too much lag, what's going to happen is you're going to hit the ball, and in about 5 frames, about half second later, the ball isn't actually going to be going the way you're expecting because it was never there to begin with. So you'll go to hit it, the ball will be going the opposite direction because your opponent hit it. And if that's happening, then that could explain some of what we were talking about in game number 2, where SAGU was having a hard time controlling the midfield because they're going for the ball, and they think they're hitting it, and then it's going the opposite direction of what they thought they hit, and that's just going to lead to open opportunities. So, so this lobby, so they have a game going right now, and I think they're just trying to see what they can do. It's possible they could be on the U.S. Eastern servers. Again, that could go all the way to, say, Atlanta, Charlotte, New York City. Again, kind of a secret where the servers are, but typically if you're playing a team in Louisiana, it's usually going to be a US West server. So anyway, hopefully they'll get this worked out, because that's going to be a bit of a challenge if they have to, say, replay a game. All right, let's talk a little bit about this. We were talking briefly before they were getting it back into that test. Louisiana Tech Team Black. They're 1-0. They're coming off a 4-1 win last week against Southern Connecticut State. Wrong New England State. And that team, they had grand champion level players, and this team, they've got a couple of grand champs, so it's high level Rocket League. Now, we mentioned that Louisiana Tech, they're a Rocket League school. They've got 5 teams. They've got Team Black, Team Gray, Blue, Red, and Orange. And that's all just in Division A, which we were talking about. That's champion level and higher. So top part of the game just to begin with. And other than Orange, they all won their matches. Now LA Tech Black is probably the second best team. LA Tech Blue is more likely going to be their top team heading into playoffs. But in Rocket League, it's very hard to say because you just never know what's going to happen. They're all these high level players. You get the ball that kind of goes your way in a match, and you're gonna score. SAGU's going to be playing LA Tech Gray coming up in week 6, so they're going to be playing a few of these teams. And again, another reason hopefully they're going to get this lag worked out, because they've got more games coming up from that campus to here in Waxahachie, Texas. All right, we're going to take a short break. We're going to be right back here with hopefully Game 3 coming up soon here on the SAGU Sports Network. Crazy Kyle's going to take the ball right here. And Easter comes in via the aerial and punches it in the top right corner. This is not the start SAGU's wanting here in game number 3. But it's just so difficult to defend this passing attack from Team Black, Louisiana Tech. Neely has been playing out of his mind. And another great attack right there. Hood. What a save by him coming across the net. As SAGU almost ends up in a Rule 1, and Neely's going to capitalize. Neely is popping off in this game. Again, SAGU just not communicating and a little bit out of rotation, and Neely is just tucking that ball in the corner. Tough situation here for the Lions, down 3-0 already. Just a few seconds into the game. Just, Crazy Kyle thinking about it, but Neely is just, he has the hot hand tonight. He is going to be tough to beat. A shot on goal here for SAGU. Their first of the game. Watto's going to attack it. The defense is going to come in. Hood's going to finally finish it off. Took all 3 of them at the offensive side to get a goal. But, a quick goal here going down 3-0. You can see SAGU starting to settle in. They're not panicking. They're taking smart shots, and this is exactly what they needed here in game number 3. Here comes Neely again. He's going to go for the air dribble. He's going to do what's called a flip reset, which is where you get the tires, all 4 of your tires, you try to get them to touch the ball, and it lets you have another flip, which lets you put a lot more power on the ball while shooting. Hood's going to have to defend this, but nah, Neely, he's not missing tonight. Give him another goal. 4-1 LA Tech. Just kind of scoots it right here, and Hood has to guess what he's going to do, if he's going to take that off the wall to pass to a teammate. Just outstanding offense right now by LA Tech. You can see the speed Neely he's playing at. He's just beating players to the ball and making it so difficult for the Lions to get anything going on offense. Because Easter's going to take a shot at the goal, but Hood is back. Here comes Neely again. Who else? And he's going to pass it to Easter. Easter's got 2. That's his second goal of the game. It's 5-1 halfway through this game. My goodness, this team has absolutely gotten red hot here. They just needed game 1 to warm up. They are not slowing down a bit. So many of these 50s too, they're finding a way to win. SAGU finally won one there off the kickoff, and ooh, a dangerous play, but you could just tell LA Tech, they're playing with confidence right now. They really feel like they are going to get the touch they need, and if not, their teammates are going to pick them up and put them on their back. And you're seeing this, and here comes Watto out of the air, out of nowhere, and he's going to go punch this one in. Great pass by Kyle. Style just couldn't get the touch he wanted, just kind of left it floating, and it's going to turn into a goal 9 times out of 10. We're now 2 minutes left to play. Still a 3-goal game. Started off 3-0, and it's not going to stay a 3-goal game for long. Who else? Neely with his 3rd goal of this game. Style points given and it's just teamwork right there. Style points off the backboard. Neely is feeling good tonight, and that is bad news if you are a Lions fan. You can tell Team Black, they are communicating. Neely, he's beating 2 of them right there. He's just a menace right now. And even his miss almost ends up into the net for Louisiana Tech. And SAGU's going to have to demo him just to get them out of rotation. But Style Points are going to put, Neely's going to score on yet another goal. This one's kind of getting out of hand. 7-2 here. And at this point, SAGU, you're 5 goals down. You're only a minute and a half left. At this point, you need to be working on specific strategies. You need to be working on, like we've been talking about, controlling the midfield and not letting Neely come flying in just unblocked. See these long passes that are just getting over the offense and just long clears just result in an goal after goal. And if SAGU doesn't do that, they're just going to keep making these clearing type passes and send someone full speed into the net and just for a short tap. All right. Otto tries to put in one off the kickoff. Here comes SAGU with something off the backboard. Crazy Kyle just working to get anything going right now for the Lions, and that's going to work. Hood's going to come across the middle and get SAGU's first goal in a while. Yeah, right there, Easter. He's playing a little bit off that net, and it helps to kind of make yourself a bigger target to keep that from going in. But Hood was just coming in too quickly. Kyle off the ceiling, going to try a ground pinch. In Rocket League, you hit the ball, it's going to move in the direction you hit it, but if you pinch it, which is taking the car and hitting the ball against another surface, such as the wall, the ceiling, the floor, another car, you'll get increased velocity on your hit. It'll go faster than you could actually hit it with your car if you get a pinch. And that's what Kyle was trying to do there off the ceiling. And didn't quite work out, but you got to be creative. Oh, was Watto. Speaking of creativity, try something that Louisiana Tech was not expecting, and there's a demo there of Hood. This is a good opportunity for LA Tech to get a 9th goal here in Game 3. Hood on the counter attack. He's going to go off the backboard, but a huge clear by Team Black. It's not going to be enough, even if SAGU had scored there, but you're starting to see them get a little more comfortable. They're taking more chances on the offensive side, and you're starting to see them feel like they can get back into it. The last 90 seconds there, it was a pretty even game. Now, still, defensively, you can't give up 15 shots on your goal and expect to win. That's just not going to work. SAGU still got 11, but the opportunities for Louisiana Tech just there was so much more opportunity with regards to how they were using their demos and bumping Hood and Watto off the line and just creating chances and capitalizing on them. I can't say it. And how about Style Points coming in with 3 assists this game? He's becoming a huge factor and a real problem for SAGU. Heading into Game 4 against SAGU down 2-1, I'd like to see them really give Neely all the trouble they can, because he's really the person who's creating so many of the opportunities for Team Black there. He needs to get demoed. He's got to get bumped. He's just keeping someone on him, not letting him just get these wide open shots coming in off the middle. And probably the biggest thing is just challenging LA Tech. Challenging them and not letting them get these long hits to the other side of the field where they've proven they can capitalize and run up the score quickly. Speaking of, you see right there, Easter trying to do it, trying to get that ball moving quickly, and SAGU's showing some good defense. Watto's going to pass to the middle, but no one for SAGU's coming, and that's not what you wanted if you're a Lions fan. Here comes Neely. Great contest by the Lions. Easter's out of boost, so he's got to kind of move out. And he's still out of boost. He's going to take himself out of the play. Neely off the backboard, Style Points, and that's going to get blocked by the Lions. Here comes Crazy Kyle on the counter attack. He's going to put it on net, and oh, what a save by Style Points. It's barely off by Kyle. That was very close to. I think SAGU opened Game 4 here with the goal. And you see Neely so fast just to steal that ball from Kyle. SAGU, they're going to attempt to get something through the midfield, but so far, LA Tech doing everything they can to not let the Lions have the ball. As here comes Neely, he's going to hit that off the corner. It's going to come across the middle and to Easter, and there it is. The first goal here in game number 4. Yeah, Neely, he's just a little faster. If SAGU gets the touch right there, ball's going the other way, but he's just seeing the game at another level, and right now he is the difference in this one. Here comes Neely off the backboard with an attempt, but he's going to end up a little wide to the left. Just again creating opportunity after opportunity for Team Black. I'm telling you, the level of Rocket League we're seeing here is impressive. ECAC is no joke. Here comes Easter, pre-jumping this one, but he's going to double demo here by SAGU. Neely's the only one up, and that's the way you want to do it. Only let one of these guys get a hold of the ball in the offensive end of the field, and a quick shot there almost ended up in for Hood. He's always looking for those shots. He's always hoping you're just a few steps just out of sync, and he can get that over the hood of your car. Style points in Easter here. Again, the ball's just floating over the offensive side for LA Tech, and they have done such a great job of creating opportunities. As there's a short pass by Watto, he has to save that off the post. Dangerous play, but he seemed confident enough to go for that as a save. His Hood gets a nice touch, but no one coming across the middle. Now Neely's going to take a quick shot towards goal. Not enough velocity to be dangerous. Here comes the SAGU attack as Hood's going to take it, but 2 defenders there. You see Hood now, he's trying to create something off the ceiling, but Neely just sees it all the way. He's just sitting at midfield waiting for it. He's going to just score right here. Oh, what a huge block by Kyle to save that. Good guess, but Style Points comes in to clean it up. See, just lots of time right here, Neely. You give Neely that much time, he's going to score, and if not, you better believe Style Points is going to be coming in behind him. Now in game 2, it was 2-0, and SAGU was able to score. But right there, you have all 3 of them on the right side of the field in a triple commit formation. It's gonna work. Once again, SAGU, no matter how far they're down, they find a way to make something happen. A great pass by Watto right there, off the back wall to Kyle. And that's what SAGU's going to need to do. Quicker passes, off the wall, and just bank that in. Watto off the kickoff here, trying to get something started. No one in the air for SAGU. They're content to just play back and play defensively. You see them, they're only down 1 goal. They don't want to give up anything that is going to give LA Tech a chance, as Kyle's going for it all, but double commit by SAGU. Style Points has the ball. He's going to flick it over one, but enough time for Hood to get back. Style Points with a nice pass across the middle, and they all miss for LA Tech. Watto's going to take it up the left side. He's wanted to go off the ceiling, ended up just going for a quick shot off the wall. And you know, they're not showing a lot by the ways of demos here. Not trying to take players off the pitch and get things reset. They're content to play their game. This is for both teams here. Kyle's going to take a shot here. Style Points has time, and the entire SAGU, you see all of the Lions right there off the back line. Hood's going to get a bit of a pinch up to Kyle, who's going to be wide left. 30 seconds left here in the game. And SAGU, they're showing signs of life, but they're going to have to get something going. As Crazy Kyle beats Neely, and here comes Hood across the middle. He's going to go for Watto, and he missed it barely. It was a great opportunity for SAGU to score right there. Watto's going to take another one low, and he dunks it on! Oh my. What an incredible play here. Kyle with a crazy pass to Watto, and he just beats Neely right here and dunks it on him. What a clutch play by Watto. Oh, he just brought SAGU right back into this. 12 seconds left. If we're tied, we're going to overtime. First goal wins no matter what. Unless they get multiple goals here with regulation, but ooh, Hood. He made a great guess right there as to what LA Tech was going to do. And the ball's in the air now, and the ball's going to hit the ground. So when the ball's in the air, the game is not over. And in this case, going to overtime, not until that ball touches the ground. As SAGU gets a very favorable kickoff right here, but Easter's going to abandon the ball, likely out of boost. Here comes Crazy Kyle. And SAGU already kind of seems like they're in sync now. They're not. You can see they're giving each other space. They're attacking at the right times, and they're beating LA Tech Black right there. As you saw, he made. Oh, this is gonna coast right in. Oh, what a miss by SAGU. Right as I was saying, all the timing's going well. Right here, Watto goes for a bump, and Hood is just not back. He was expecting something else, and that's just gonna slow roll in. And in game number 4, SAGU. We're now at match point right here. Remember, first to 4 wins. And a much more even game, as you can see by the stats right there. How about style points with 4 saves, just causing all kinds of issues for the Lions. LA Tech only got 1 more shot this game. I'm also noticing now Easter's ping is much higher than his teammates. It's coming back down. That could be playing a factor, but Easter's been playing very well. In spite of the higher ping time. Yeah, teamwork. LA Tech, 1 goal for just for everyone. Everyone's getting 2-3 shots. And that is how you keep these games close, and in their case, finding ways to get wins. SAGU's really got to do what they were doing well at the end of this match, which was not get too flustered when LA Tech, they're pushing the ball up towards the ceiling, they're going off the backboard, SAGU just does what they do. They lock down on defense, and they just make this a close game. That's really what they have to do. They've proven they can win 1-goal games. They won 4 last week. They've already won 1 tonight, and they need to win another one. As a double commit by LA Tech. Puts SAGU in a good position here. If Crazy Kyle can get upfield quickly. Goes for the flick to Hood. Easter gets beat by Crazy Kyle on the dunk. And again, that's what SAGU needs to do right there. Be aggressive and be confident. Just make smart passes and plays. That's exactly what the doctor ordered for SAGU. Now they get to start a game with a lead. Style points with a huge boom, and that's going to lead to a goal. A couple of misses there. Again, that's just the MO for LA Tech Team Black. They're just going to hit the ball towards your net and then aim to make some kind of play, get a flip, something that gets them back in control. The style points is almost put LA Tech ahead here. We're seeing a lot of very fast gameplay here to start game number 5. LA Tech leading 3-1 right now. SAGU in the blue, LA Tech in the orange. Now right here, when both players go for the ball like that, that's called a 50-50. And right there, Hood makes a catch. He catches the ball in the air. Watto needs to put this in for the Lions, and he does. A huge goal for SAGU. That 50-50 that Hood won is coming in huge right now for SAGU. Crazy Cow gets a little demo there at the end. We'll see if that puts a chip on their shoulder. Some players don't like getting demoed, even when it doesn't matter. Hood calls off Watto right there. Easter with a huge touch right there. That saved a goal as Crazy Kyle came flying in. Watto with a little pinch right there. This is what SAGU needs to do. They've got a lead, and they just need to keep the ball off that backboard of LA Tech. Keep them guessing. Keep them having to scramble to make plays and saves like that by Style Points, who's having himself a game. Second save of the game already. There's a huge shot right there. They're going to find the corner. Style Points. Again, we're going to add 2 goals to go with his 2 saves. That's just a bang-bang play. LA Tech will not be kept down for long. They just keep finding ways to get through the defensive back line as that net is wide open if anyone can get there. Easter not going to get there in time. Here comes Neely. He's been kind of quiet. As Watto is going to end up taking this. He's got low boost, so he's largely out of this play at the moment. But trying to establish something here in the corner. And Neely's going to get an open net and put it right in. Yeah, I told you, he's been quiet. You know he's wanting to get involved, but you give him those. The back line was just too far up towards midfield. They're trying to keep the pressure on, which is what they need to do, but the rotations weren't getting back all the way in time, and that's just going to leave the back half of the field open. That is the one difference of Rocket League versus traditional soccer. In traditional soccer, you have a couple of players pretty much designated to stay at the back. In Rocket League, you only have 3 players, so you have to constantly be moving. You can't sit still. Kyle right there misses the pass. It was intended for aiming to get to Hood, but as it stands right now, it's going to be Style Points trying to get a little pass into Easter, but a huge save by Hood. Oh, clip that one out. Unbelievable. And now here comes SAGU on the counter attack. Hood going for a pass over, not Hood rather, he was hoping to get a pass over the middle. Hood's going to send this one on target, and Crazy Kyle's going to punch it in, tie this game up. SAGU is nowhere near out of this one. Down 3-1. They keep finding ways to score. Now Neely right there, it was an own goal, but Neely had to get a touch on it because Kyle was going to put that in. He just had to do anything he could. As it turned out, good positioning is tough to beat, as Neely's going to rare miss for him. It's going to let SAGU get going offensively, but Watto's going to miss the ball. Style Point's going to try to go off the backboard for a double touch, but it's a little far wide. Can it? It does not go in. SAGU, they're scrambling and finding a way to stay alive. 3-3 game, 90 seconds left. Who wants it more? Hood's going to pass this up to Kyle. I don't think Kyle's going to get a handle on it. Seeing SAGU now kind of do what Team Black has been doing most of this game, and that is just getting these high touches. And right there, Crazy Kyle, he wanted to sneak that right in the crossbar, but not quite the touch he wanted. Style Points is at a boost. He's trying to get back on defense. Scrambling. Hood goes for a touch. That is going to go off the crossbar if anyone's coming to clean up. Hood's going to keep this moving here now. Easter's going to try to hit it off the backboard, but it's going to leave Hood in the middle open. Goes for the demo. Really smart play by Hood if he can get a handle on this. It's a wide open. Another demo there by Crazy Kyle. SAGU, they're just going to play offensively right here and get physical, and you're seeing LA Tech. They're trying to slow this game down a little bit, as the demos are forcing them to have to stall and wait for their players to come back on the field. Again, it takes a couple seconds when you get demoed to get back in the game. It's a huge save right there by Hood. That's a very difficult save to make there. The ball is heading towards that top corner. Here comes Neely. It's not going to be enough of a touch, and who wants some more overtime? 2 overtimes here in our 5 games. Watto's going to get a touch, and a few inches, and he's going to get that. Hood gets a shot on goal. That misses. Crazy Kyle's going to keep it here on the offensive side. This is what SAGU needs. Remember, they're down 3-1. They've got to make a play here. Crazy Kyle gets the flip reset right there. Got all the tires touch the ball and gets another flip, but not quite enough. It's coming straight down from Watto to Hood, and that is going to be the game. Game 5 goes to the SAGU Lions. Watto with a huge pass right here. He loves coming off the ceiling right there. Hood waiting for him. The timing was absolutely perfect for the Lions. And Hood in his new titanium white octane is going to lead SAGU 781. Now the score is somewhat meaningless in these games, but you can see 3 assists. He's making plays happen. SAGU's 4 goals, 3 of them are coming off the front of his car, and if not, it's a goal himself. He is involved in all of the offense right now. 4 huge saves, and you have to like what you're seeing right now if you're SAGU. 10 shots attempted to only 8 for LA Tech. Team Black, that's what you have to do. You have to stay aggressive, keep LA Tech on their heels, make this a tough game for them. I'm noticing Easter, his pings are 400, 700. No, it's going to come back down to 148. That's going to be a huge factor if he keeps that high ping. That's going to be tough for him. He's made some great plays this game, and LA Tech, they have to feel good about where they're at right now, but right now it's all SAGU. The momentum is fully swung in favor of the Lions as huge overtime win with their backs against the wall on a timing play. Up at the top, you'll see at the left you have Kyle on the left, Hudson or Hood in the middle, and Watto on the right. And they are all smiles right now heading into game number 6. For LA Tech, they know what they need to do. Get the ball to Neely. Let him work. He's been making play after play, and if not him, Style points. Living up to his name. Style to Easter. SAGU well defended. There's a 50 right there. We were talking about 50s earlier, and winning these 50s is going to be huge, as they are really setting the tone for momentum. As winning these 50s, just creating opportunities. See, Kyle wins a 50 right there, as Hood calls for the ball there that was just loose. Style points going off the back wall. Hood does a great job defensively there just to guide it across to the corners. As Crazy Kyle's going to block another shot by Style points, who might be heating up right now. Hood trying to do something to disrupt. Tech Black on offense. Standard saves right there by them. Net's open, but Hood's going to push this to the corner. Now, if you're playing defense right here, you can see Crazy Kyle. He's pushing it to the wall. You do not want the ball directly in front of the net. It's actually safer in the corner than it is, say, even at midfield. You just lose so much angle to get the ball in the net. See, Crazy Kyle, he's putting that right in the middle. He's giving it to a chance for Watto to get it. Looked like there might have been a little lag right there, but overall can't complain. Neely is going to take Hood off the field right now, but Crazy Kyle, huge save right there. When you respawn from a demo, you respawn right by your goal, and even though Neely demoed Hood, he respawns right by the goal and is able to make a defensive play, and it's really not what you want if you're LA Tech. There's an opportunity coming in the middle. Hood gets a touch on it, it looks like. Cleared away. Last game, SAGU outshot LA Tech 10-8, and so far this game, they are getting shots. As Hood right there would love that one back. If he can get the double tap, he just missed it. He would like to have gotten that one just without having to even make that a double touch at all. Crazy Kyle gonna try to create something out of the corner. Neely just too quick. Here comes Style points. Knocks Watto off of the ball. Easter, can he get a flick and get something to happen? I really feel like SAGU is And no score. This is the deepest we've gone in any of these 6 games with no scores. Crazy Kyle's going to go here, try to go for a double. Style points with a huge save. Watto was coming in to dunk that, and that would have been incredibly close. Here comes Neely in the middle, ball in the air. Hood with a huge block. SAGU's able to get the ball to the corner safely. Safe as it can be when Neely's getting a touch on it. Style points is content to let the ball go to the back. I think that ball's going to be a little too high for Easter. Yeah. Hood's going to conserve some of his boost and pull himself out of the play. Easter going up for it. Does he have any help? No, but he's going to get the ball a long ways. And now this is what you want to see out of SAGU. High clears, strong offensive and aggressive attack. Watto playing back and playing it safe. He knows style points can make things happen. Style points gets past 2, but he can't get past Kyle. There's a little bit of a blunder right there by Neely. Crazy Kyle. See if he can win a 50 right here. Keeps the ball up. Hood's just going to challenge and make style points lose possession here. And we have no score in game number 6. These teams are locking down on defense. Neely going with an interesting touch right there. He hit his own ball up off the ceiling, hoping it would come down and someone would be coming down the middle. But so far, both teams doing a great job of containing. As Crazy Kyle's going to get a ball to the middle, but not quite enough. And it's nothing but zeros. You got to keep the ball off the ground if you want to score in regulation. But as it is, it's game 6. Half of the games in this series have gone to overtime. SAGU won the last game in overtime. As that's a bit of a mistouch by Neely. Watto's going to go up for it. Hood was up a bit too far, or else he had a great opportunity there to send this to game number 7. And SAGU down 3-2 right now. Neely with no boost. Did everything he could to get the ball moving downfield. Kyle in a tough spot right there. He's going to need some help from his teammates. And he gets it. Hood with a huge clear. SAGU a little out of position right here. As Easter's going to get a flick, but not enough to be a serious challenge. Neely's going to take a shot on goal. Here comes Hood down the middle. He's going to go off the sidewall. He was out of boost, or else he would have liked to have taken that shot himself. Kyle's going to take a shot. Here comes LA Tech. We know what they can do. There's Easter over the middle, but it's a wide left. Style points. Can't get it. Neely can't get it. And Watto just got demoed right there on the ball. As here comes LA Tech trying to make something happen. They don't want game 7. The momentum is firmly in the side of SAGU. And Crazy Kyle with a huge hit off the wall. Six and a half minutes, no score. We had a game with 8 goals earlier, 11 total in the match. And right now, style points, it's a good save there on Kyle. 11 goals in the match, and right now we can't get neither team able to finish as the defenses are not playing games. Hood's gonna go off the back wall. Huge clear by Louisiana Tech. They have played phenomenally this game. Hood's had a great game, but it's not going to show on the stat line. No goals, but you know he'd like to get one. Comes style points, makes a flick, and he's going to punch it in off the right post. SAGU is going to barely miss that as he gets the flick off the ceiling, just over Hood. Close play. And LA Tech is going to win this series 4-2. SAGU, man, they made a great comeback. They evened up on shots in this game, 7-7, but and just too much defense on the side of Louisiana Tech. Team Black, again, this is a school with a lot of Rocket League. They love building teams, and they love developing players, and right now they have a lot of grand champion quality players that are playing at a high level and giving SAGU all they can handle. So hats off to them for a great game. We'll be back with more Rocket League, Smash, Valorant, all the games here the SAGU Esports is competing in. Next week, SAGU, they'll be taking on Stevenson, Team Green. Stevenson's very strong team. They've got some grand champs on there, so it should be another tight game next week. Hopefully I'll have a partner here to call the game with. But overall, SAGU, even though it's a 4-2 loss in tonight's game, I feel good about it. I think they are starting to get some chemistry. It's only week 2 of this season, and they had to go to overtime 3 times, so they're just finding ways to keep the games close. The 2 that got out of hand, but for the most part, this team, they are going to be a force to contend with here in the ECAC in Division A. Well, on behalf of our entire team here at the SAGU Sports Network, thank you for watching this broadcast of Rocket League and the SAGU Lions. Have a great night.